So Purple Rose here, and I'm continuing on in the Reach, back in Markarth, to do the main quest. Barandus asked me to meet this Nolovan, who is a local scrap dealer who might help us get a lead on this Arxand Keystone, which is the relic that Rada al-Saran is after. Barandus plans to meet with Arana and the rebels, which I hope he can convince to be our ally. So, Nolovan's house is just here. Let's go in. See what he knows about this relic. This Arxand Keystone?
Aye, you're an outsider. I guess when the Ard made us put up those scratchings he calls signs, it really worked. Attracted you right to my business. Unfortunately, we're closed right now. Come back later, and bring your gold.
I just need to ask you something. Do you happen to know anything about the Arxand Keystone?
Arxand? Sounds dwarven. I guess that's why you came to see me. No one in Markarth knows more about the deep folk and their scrap than old Nolovan. Now, keystones, that's another matter. Could refer to a wedge that supports an arch, maybe?
Maybe, but I think it might be magical.
Well, that is the other kind. You might be able to find one in Batharzel. I could sell you a map to the place, but it won't be cheap. Or if you do a simple job for me, I'll give you the map as payment. Quick work that would help me a great deal.
I could easily pay it, but I'll help him out. I'm always interested in dwarven stuff. I'll help you. What's the job?
Pick up a package and return here. Do that, and the map is yours. Just beyond the gates, there's an old dwarf house. Parcels with my name on them appear there from time to time. I'm expecting one currently. Go check and bring me what you find.
Can do. Do this quickly. So he said outside. This house? Why does he get packages delivered to an abandoned house? It's a bit fishy. Scary Tales of the Deep Folk, Book 2. This next tale comes from Markarth, a Reach scout I met in the River Bounties Inn. He relayed a moving tale of music, youth, and tragedy. Read on, dear patrons. Decide if you dare believe this young scout's tale. The music beneath the mountain. Most Reach folk shun the ruins left by the long-vanished dwarves. A scary tale for the ages, but not all. Two young Reach scouts, Markarth and Isana, once determined to explore where none in their clan dared tread. They chose to brave the dwarven ruins beneath the mountain and make a name for themselves. So together they delved depths of dwarven cities, facing abominations and worse to prove their courage. It was while exploring deep inside one such ruin, the Reach folk called it Dark Hollow, though its dwarven name remains unknown, that Isana first heard the music beneath the mountain. Try as Markarth might, he heard nothing, yet Isana, he insisted, heard the music as loud as a storm. She said it was everywhere. Isana tried often to describe the music to Markarth as a song of a brass bird singing in dark places, and the symphony of cogs and rocks, and the hymn of steam and fire. Yet though she followed the sounds beneath the mountain, and Markarth followed her, neither ever discovered the source of the mysterious music. Over time, Markarth told me, Isana became obsessed with the music, humming it after she and Markarth returned to camp, and even, he said, in her sleep. Her humming was all but tuneless, yet strangely compelling, and to this day, Markarth cannot wipe the sound of Asana's tuneless humming from his mind. Asana insisted on travelling into Dark Hollow every day, forsaking her duties as a clan scout. Soon the clan's Witchmother forbade all travel to Dark Hollow for both Markarth and Asana. The next day, risking the wrath of the Witchmother and exile from the clan, Asana left for Dark Hollow one last time. Though the Witchmother forbade Markarth from following Asana, he defied her. Certain his childhood friend would not return until she had found her quarry, he feared Asana would lose herself while searching for the music beneath the mountain. Music only she could hear. He feared she would go so deep she would never emerge. Markarth found Asana's pack inside the ruin and went as far inside as he could. Markarth's search ended in tragedy. In the end, all he found of Asana, his childhood friend, was a smile scrawled on an animal skin left in the deepest part of the Dark Hollow. A sorrowful Markarth understood the meaning of the drawing perfectly, and it broke his heart. I found it, the scrawled drawing said. It was the last message Asana left behind for her best friend. Asana was never seen again. Interesting. Where is this Dark Hollow? So there's Carthwaston. I don't know where this Dark Hollow is. But yeah, it's interesting. So I've got the package, which will go back to Nolovan. It's interesting, like the Reach folk don't have a written language, but through their symbols and that, like that one up there, probably has a meaning that we don't know. So I've got what you asked. What are they anyway? Package with Nolovan's name on it, written in a simple scroll. It's heavier than it appeared.
We're closed. Oh, it's you! Was it there? Was there a new package with my name scrawled on it?
Here's your package. It has your name on it and everything.
Oh, well done, outsider. Well done. You say this scroll is my name. Fancy that. And it's heavy. That's a good sign. I leave things down in the depths, and in return, I get these packages from time to time. Here's your map. Good luck in Batarzel.
Thanks. So, was this Batarzel?
Hey you, Verandis has need of you.
Gwendis!
Verandis said he sent you to talk to the scrap dealer, and here you are. Good to see you, by the way. Anyway, Verandis needs to talk to you. Right away, he said. So let's go.
I thought Verandis was going to try to locate the rebels and their leader.
He did. Here, let me mark a location on your map. That's Rebels' Retreat, what Arana and her people call their camp in the foothills. Verandis wants you to meet him there.
Thanks, I may know where to find the Keystone too. I'll go to Rebels' Retreat and tell Veranda.
You should move quickly. Verandis has a way with words, but he's still a verbose high elf vampire noble from High Rock, any and all of which can get you killed in the Reach.
But he's the ancient, powerful vampire. He'll be fine. It didn't take long for Verandis to make contact with the rebels.
Funny you should mention that. Oh, he went out into the foothills all right, but before Verandis could find them, the rebels found him. Seems to be working out, at least for the moment.
How are you holding up after that business in Greymoor Keep?
Well enough, I suppose. Thanks for asking. Adusa drags her tail a bit every now and then. Still fighting off the worst of Aseni's experiments, I think. But so far, no turning into a blood knight, so, you know, success.
That's a good thing. So tell me more about Rebels' Retreat.
What's to tell? It's a Reach folk camp in the foothills. Probably the main base for the rebels, but I'm just guessing. I was with Verandis when the rebels surrounded us. I wanted to fight, but the Count held me back. That's when Arana appeared.
You can't give me any additional information?
Hang on, let me think. The camp's set up inside an old Nord ruin. It's surprisingly sturdy for something that was abandoned a long time ago. The rebels seem to be running low on supplies. Food, weapons, armor.
Ah. And you spoke to Arana?
Well, her and Verandis did most of the talking. I'm not sure I trust the witch, but I trust Verandis. He says she's a friend. That's good enough for me.
I met Arana briefly, but I think I trust her. So they're gonna need food, weapons, and supply. Yes, we'll help them out.
Vivek, you were there to stop Alexandra.
So,
from
where's
capturing the
Rebels
Coral Heart.
Retreat? Let's go. So we know where this Keystone might be. Probably in the Arxland Cavern. But I doubt we'll be going there just yet. So yeah, this is the rebel camp. Rebels Retreat. So the rebels found Veranda. But yeah, he is a high elf. High elf noble, so he'll be easy to spot.
Ah, Arana. Here comes my associate now.
Aye, that one I know. Very well, Verandis. I'll speak to them.
Nice to see you again.
I take it you received my message from Gwendis. Good. I could use your help. I've made some progress getting through to Arana, but she isn't completely ready to fully trust a vampire. She seems to like you, however. Talk to her, if you would.
Sure. That's what I'm here for. Mediator.
I see Verandis' word is good. He said I could treat with you, and here you are. The Count tells me that Lady Belaine and the Greyhost leader, Rada El Saran, seek some powerful relic. The Arthazand Keystone. Is that correct?
Yes, I obtained a map that might lead to a place where we can find it. Bethazel?
Let me see your map. Yes, I know that name. But dwarven mischief riddles the bones of the Reach. It could be anywhere. My mother called this place the Hissing Maze. Said it's full of mechanical monsters that guard a trove of silver.
Do you know where Bethazel is located?
3 marks. 3 places to search. All right. I'll help you in Verandis, but not before the spirits bless our alliance. I want you to undertake a ritual. If the spirits favor you, we'll face the Greyhost together.
And if I don't win the favor of the spirits?
Positive thoughts, Harrier. Positive thoughts. Participate in the ritual. Then we will see what we will see.
Alright, seems fair. I'll participate in your ritual. What do I need to do?
Without the blessings of the spirits, it would be unseemly for this alliance to go forward. The ritual begins with the preparation. Gather a briar heart seed, a hagraven's eye, and a handful of bright river shale. Check to the east, west, and south.
Tell me more about this ritual.
Whenever different clans come together in a common purpose, we seek the blessings of the spirits to confirm we're doing the right thing. We will ask the hunter to bind our hearts. If he sees strength in you, we will clasp arms and band together.
Ah, so like a blood bond kind of thing, I guess? Where can I find these ritual components?
Need a map for that too, do ya? Like I said, the ritual begins with the preparation. We need 3 things. A briar heart seed, some bright river shale, and a hagraven's eye.
Where can I get a briarheart seed?
They grow in the hills to the south. Just remember your gloves. The briar's thorns are sharper than Dagon's razor.
What about the bright river shale?
Check north and west, along the riverbank. Spirits prowl the area, so proceed with caution. Fairies and spriggans and such. I'd put them to sleep for ya, but that would be cheating.
I don't want to cheat. And where in the world do I find a Hagraven's eye? Well, from a Hagraven, of course.
In a Hagraven's head, of course. Or from a jar. They remove their own eyes to use in rituals, too. There's a coven to the east of here. Nothing but a flock of toad-licking root hoarders, stealing all the best herbs. Namira take the lot of them.
Tell me more about the hunter.
You want to know about old Elkai, the wolf charmer, the lord of the hunt. You probably know him as Hircine.
You're performing a ritual to a Daedric prince?
We can call on your gods too if you prefer. Care to wager who answers first? We'll hear from one of Hircine's pups at least. Or get a hint from a fox spirit or a bloody stag. You're not refusing the ritual, are you?
Not at all. I overcame Hircine in the March of Sacrifices.
Did you now? I thought I smelled the wolf on you. Good. Hope you learned a thing or two. We'll need his cunning before long.
Are all of your rebels here?
Many, but not all. We have enclaves throughout these hills. But these aren't my warriors, Harrier.
But you're their leader.
For now, aye. But these warriors take no oaths, swear no fealty. They serve their clan, the Reach, and the courage painted on their hearts. No one and nothing else.
What will they do when this is all over?
They'll wander back into the hills to fight their own battles, old and new. These troubles with the Greyhost have torn clans to pieces. Set sons against fathers, chiefs against wise women. It'll take seasons to stitch the Ridge back together.
So, the rebels consist of different clans. Interesting. Is your clan here with you?
No. No, they're not. Let's talk about something else, alright?
Ah, sounds like she's sad when I brought that up.
You heard Arana. We need to perform that ritual. Gather the components and return as quick as you can.
I will.
This sounds like some sort of summoning ritual. Interesting. An alliance with Arana and her rebels is essential. We will need to add their strength to ours to defeat the Greyhost, so do as she asks.
I plan to. Okay. Gotta get a Hagraven's eye. Briarheart seed. What's the third item? Bright River Shale. So hopefully the spirits will bless our alliance. Hopefully. I'd hate to see what happens if they don't. So, this is the Bright River Shale. What does it look like? Is it a plant? Ah, there it is. It's moss, maybe? Looks like it. So that's the River Shale. Next is Hagraven's Eye. Let's go kill a Hagraven. So she said Hagravens use their own eyes in their rituals. But wouldn't that make them blind? Or can Hagravens grow their eyes back? I have no idea. There she is. Time to die. Good thing I killed her. That's Hagraven's eye. I'm glad it was in a jar. Because removing someone's eye would not be nice. Then I have to get the Briarheart seed. There's the tree. Hang on. Let's get it. Okay. Hopefully the spirits will bless this alliance. Need all the allies we can get against Rada and the Greyhost. Where were they? Over here. I'm ready. Hang on.
Arana's ready for you. Remember, Thinblood, you'll be in the presence of our sacred spirits, so be respectful.
Cool.
Arana is ready to begin the ritual. You just need to give her the components you gathered. Remember, rituals have power. When the spirits speak, we should heed their words.
Indeed. Let's start.
The Harrier returns, swift as a crow on the wing. I have prepared the ritual fire. Did you bring the components I requested?
Yes, I have them.
Well done, Harrier. Now, once we undertake this ritual, we will be bound by blood and spirit. It's a union stronger than stone and more eternal than the stars. Are you ready for such a commitment?
Yes, the Raven Watch and I are ready.
Good. So am I. Let's hope the spirits feel the same way. Place the components in the fire and stand back. No matter what you see or hear, stand your ground and think about our alliance. Keep that purpose in your mind. Understand?
Yes, I understand. I'll place the components in the fire now. Oh, Gwendis is here too. Yeah, talk to her. Okay, let's do this.
Hear Dark Hall, Hunt King. Two great packs seek the same full moon. Make them one, bound by common prey. Let Rach and Raven drink of the same dark blood. How your blessing, mighty Hircine. Send a sign and guide our hunt. Look, Hircine paints our quarry in smoke and stars. Our pact has been blessed, Harrier.
I'm glad.
Well, that was a pretty display. Say what you will about Hircine, but he's definitely got an eye for spectacle.
He does, he does.
Between the Raven Watcher's expertise and Arada's knowledge of the Reach, we have a fighting chance against the Greyhost. Just stay mindful. Even sealed by a Daedric ritual, this alliance remains young and fragile. We must nurture it.
Of course. But we've made a blood pact now, so we can't go back. I have a map that might lead to the Keystone.
Yes, Bethar Zel. I overheard while you were speaking to Arana. We discussed finding it while you were gathering the ritual components. Locating the Keystone is your next priority. Arana indicated that she wanted to accompany you.
Oh? And what will you and Gwendis do while we're looking for the Keystone?
Gwendis brought news from Markarth. Lady Belaine has departed the city, and she intends to give chase. I will assist her in the hope that pursuing Belaine might turn up something useful. Just don't let that Keystone fall into Rada al-Saran's hands.
I'll try. I'll begin my search now. Good hunting.
The ritual was a success. Our union has been blessed by Hircine himself. I'm not certain what the spirits showed us, but I'll figure it out eventually. I always do. Are you ready to search for the Keystone now, Harrier? I think I know where to begin.
Are you coming with me to find the Keystone?
Aye, Harrier. We're bound together now. And how else will you find anything in those forsaken depths? I think the skytail we saw in the fire, the snake, will point the way. Once I figure out how it connects to all this, that is.
The sky tail?
That's what we call the shapes in the stars. Constellations is your word, I think. Some of my sisters can read the stars the way you read a book. See the future, learn the truth in every twinkle. I don't have the knack. It's fire and bones for me.
Interesting. What we call constellations, they call sky tales. I suppose it makes sense. If you read the constellations as like signs, it's kind of like a tale, I guess. Why do you want to come with me?
We made a pact, and Hircine blessed it. He put us on the scent, and I plan to track it to the end. Besides, without someone who knows the Reach, the map's useless. You know what monsters hate? Silver. According to the stories, Betharzel is full of it.
Alright, let's go find Betharzel.
I need to speak to Tayfern before I set out. Go on, Harrier. I'll find you on the trail.
Is there really silver in Betharzel?
So the legends say. A treasure trove of the pure metal. Enough to arm my warriors with weapons to slay every vampire and werewolf that marches with the Greyhost. And your Keystone too, with any luck.
Interesting. Have you ever heard of the Arxand Keystone?
No, but rich folk don't make a habit of poking around in the deep places of the world. The Hells are dangerous enough. Still, Betharzel's legend tells of silver and other wondrous treasures. Wouldn't surprise me to find your Keystone there.
And you really think you'll find enough silver to arm your warrior?
Well, find something, that's for certain. In the Reach, treasure can mean all sorts of things. A plump cave bear is a treasure to a hungry clan. But as for silver, you won't find a better metal for killing vampires and werewolves.
Still interesting. Why would the dwarves keep silver, though? Interesting. So, what do you mean by we're bound together?
It means what it means. We're tied to each other now. What happens to one happens to both. Thinbloods make alliances with ink and parchment. We do it with fire and oath and spirit signs. I think you can guess which practice is stronger.
Yours? So if someone breaks this alliance?
Then they'd better lace their foot coverings tight, because they'll find no peace in the wild. Every wolf, hawk, and red-eyed stag heeds the Hunt King's call. You see? Rich alliances have teeth. Your Ravenwatch friends better not forget that.
I don't think they will. So what do you expect to find at these locations on the map?
Something to do with stars, I expect. How that might lead us to the entrance to a dwarven ruin, I've no idea. I think better out there among the rocks and trees, though. We'll see what we see and sort it along the way.
Yeah. I like Arana. She knows her stuff.
Find that keystone. I don't know what it's for, but if Rada Al-Saran wants it, then we need to make sure to keep it away from him. Verandis and I will catch up with you after we track down Lady Belaine.
Stay safe. Because I think Lady Belaine's pretty powerful. But no match for you and Verandis, I guess.
Keep Arana safe, my friend. Without her, I'm not sure the rebels will honor our new agreement.
I'll keep her safe, don't worry.
Hircine speed your hunt, Harrier. Just keep Arana safe. If you take that responsibility lightly, you'll not only answer to me, but to all the free clans.
I understand, but believe me, I'm going to keep her very safe. So yeah, we've made this alliance. Got Arana on our side, as well as the rebels. And she's going to help us find this keystone. So, continue this on in the next one. Thank you for watching.